Hey there and welcome back. I'm Kristen Galloway, a licensed occupational therapist and dementia specialist. If you saw my last video, we talked about why exercise was super important for people with dementia and how many benefits there are to getting daily exercise or daily movement. So in this video, I want to talk about how to adapt exercise or activities to make them something that the person wants to participate in, right? So it's not just about getting them to get up and move around. It's about they need to be able to enjoy it, right? To get all of the benefits from it. So we want it to be safe, engaging, and fun. So exercise falls under the A for activities in my CARES framework, C-A-R-E-S. If you want to learn more about that, click the link in the description of this video and you can learn all about the CARES framework for caring for individuals with dementia. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. Now let's dive into how to adapt exercise for individuals with dementia to make it safe, fun, and engaging. Step one is to identify past leisure, athletic, or sports activities that the individual with dementia used to participate in. So all of us have things in our life that we've enjoyed doing. It might be playing the piano or playing basketball, or maybe the person was a competitive swimmer, or maybe they enjoyed gardening. So go back in their history and think about the things that that they did in their earlier life that maybe they can't do anymore, right? So that's okay if they can't do them exactly the way that they've done them in the past. We'll get to that in a minute. But finding activities that they can connect with will be very motivating and inspiring for them. So even if they can't do it the same way, participating in a similar activity or a part of that activity is going to spark feelings and potentially memories, but for sure emotions, pleasurable things that they've done in the past. And so that's what we want to do. We want to tap into those good feelings. All right, step two is going to be to modify the activity itself. So in step one, we talked about how do we identify those activities that they enjoyed. Step two is going to be to take that activity and modify it. Figure out what we can do to make it a little bit different so that it meets their current abilities. So let's take, for example, yoga. So if a person can't do, traditional yoga poses, can't get down on a yoga mat, doesn't have that much mobility, well, we can certainly do seated stretching exercises or chair yoga, which has tremendous benefits in and of itself for balance, for flexibility, for strength, for endurance. So there are all kinds of ways we can adapt activities that they might not be able to do exactly the same way, but we can change them a little bit and make it so that that person can participate and enjoy and reap benefits. Step three is going to be to use memory triggering props. So maybe someone has a favorite putter that they used to use when they played golf. Maybe someone has a special baseball that's been signed by a player that they really loved and followed, or that they tossed out a first pitch at a game. So we want to find these props, that hopefully are still in their possession or in their home somewhere that you can use and bring out to help trigger those memories, create that connection to the past, and create that motivation to be able to participate. Now, let's say we're able to find one of those old golf clubs. Well, maybe they can't swing a driver and they're not going to go out and play, an 18-hole round of golf. But what if we could set up a little area for them to putt a golf ball or even a larger soft foam ball with that old putter, right? So how do we adapt these activities? That's one of the ways. And step four is going to be to emphasize enjoyment and social interaction. This is really what is going to get people motivated to participate in physical activity. And it doesn't have to be, a 30-minute exercise video, or we don't have to go to a gym and take a class. It doesn't have to look like, what you and I might identify as traditional exercise. What we're really after here is to get more movement, right? This is going to increase endurance. It's going to help with building strength or maintaining strength. It's going to help with flexibility and range of motion. But we have to make it fun and enjoyable, right? Nobody wants to sit down and just, do a bunch of random exercises. I don't even like to do that, and I love to be in shape and be fit. So we want to find a way to make this enjoyable and pleasurable. And one of the ways is to have family members or friends or people that are important to the individual with dementia to participate with them. So this might just be a caregiver. Maybe it's too overwhelming to have, several family members participate. But what about when you're just making dinner? Why can't you, turn on somebody's favorite song when you're waiting for the water to boil because you're, getting ready to boil spaghetti? I know that seems silly, but it's definitely a way to squeeze a couple more minutes of movement in. Music is always enjoyable, and that makes movement enjoyable, right? If we're moving to our favorite song, we always have a smile on our face. And so hopefully that will help inspire you to find some ways to incorporate a little bit more movement. And that's all there really is to incorporating daily exercise for someone with dementia. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm going to continue to post videos about activities and exercises and different ways that you can modify daily movement. They'll be a little bit shorter videos, but we can focus in and highlight on some certain sports that maybe your individual with dementia has enjoyed participating in the past, and maybe that will trigger some ideas for you. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content, and drop me a comment below if you have a specific activity that you'd like to learn how to adapt. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.